in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, James. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Out. Undercrush. Watch
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Rollins. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, open up that line. Go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. I'm coming after you. Coming after you. Check 31. Check 31. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
36. Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press down. Shift, shift.
Now back to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Friedman eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Pollard, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and long. On the comebacker, complete. It's Barry.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch one. Watch one. Go. 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 Mike one. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. Watch the run. Hey, go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
He's coming. We got double up. Screen. Kill. Turn up. Go.
Looking to throw. Friedman on the move to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Go get him. Check. Kill.
On first down, Friedman flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
He was tackled with the 27 yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Tight up.
The 27-yard line.
Check 99. Switch. Check.
2nd and 3. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. Now the win. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Echo. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Big stop. Let's go. Shoot. Check.
On 3rd down, Friedman. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. And ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Rush in. Check 43.
Second and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Switch. Go. Over here. Squeeze. Check 50. Watch the center.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
Here's second and 8. Steps away to his left. And go. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run on first down. It's James. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Where's the mic? Watch one. And watch the leg. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. So Mike's number one. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Here we go. Here we go. Here. Where's the mic? Watch one. Heavy. Let's go, team.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight end left. Tight end left. 3 down, 3 down.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Friedman. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Friedman. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 3 down.
Able to get away. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, 30, 10, And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. They'll set up the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 1, Mike 1. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Jim. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check safety. So Mike's number 1, take off.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike 51. I got you. Man, I got you. Check 37. Check 37. Spawn.
Looking to throw. Friedman. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Slam, slam, slam.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 4, check 4. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 3. Check 3.
Back to throw. Friedman, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, tight. Watch the edge. He's coming. Go.
Looking to throw. Friedman. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Back to throw. Friedman. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Pollard again, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 27-yard.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. Looking to throw. Friedman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
Mike 1, Mike 1. Pick me up. Here we go. No, please. Hey, motion. Check 13. Go. Out.
Back to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. On 1st down. It's James. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Being chased out. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. On 1st and 10, Friedman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 10 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check. Fresno.
2nd and 11. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing on 1st down. Friedman looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, Friedman. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Friedman. And the pressure gets to him again.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Check 52.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Friedman escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Friedman. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, they move it.